On a small island off the coast of Maine, in a tight-knit working-class community of fishermen, construction contractors, and civil service workers, this story was told to me by patrons at the local pub. I didn't normally tend bar. In high school, I was a cook in the back kitchen. And as I fast approached my early 20s, I eventually tried my hand tending bar. It was a special circumstance, as none of the usual staffers were available for one reason or another, and I didn't do it again after this night. While sitting behind the bar, I'd overheard a conversation between two of the older men. They were discussing a specific individual, a name I did not recognize nor do I remember. This was strange because this was a small town, with a year-round population of less than 350 people at that time. Everyone knew everyone, and in some way or another, we can all track our bloodlines back to each other. They were talking about a man as if he was some mysterious entity, an unsolved mystery that continues to haunt the island. He had some spooky things going on with his life, one of them said. "Who are you talking about?" I asked. They looked up at me with expressions as if they were deer in headlights. They'd forgotten they were in a public place and could be heard. "Ah, you don't know about—" They say his name, but I've since forgotten it. I shake my head no. "Ah, he was a strange cat. The spookiest thing about him was that he was incredibly wealthy, but didn't work a day in his life. He didn't come from money, but somehow he managed to live extraordinarily well." "So," I said, "maybe he invested in the right stocks." "Nah," they both shook off that idea. "It wasn't anything like that," they said. "It wasn't in his personality." They'd go on to explain that the man in question actually revealed the truth of his wealth. It went down like this. One night, decades ago, after leaving from this exact same pub, the man, about my age at the time, was walking home, stumbling about, inebriated. A being of some sort, draped in a cloak, approached him on the darkest part of the island's main avenue, under a street lamp that had gone out. The being in the cloak offered the man a box that would make his life great. A box with contents that ensured he'd never have to work again. They conversed for a bit, and when the man often relayed the story, he never went into detail about what was said. Many of the islanders believe that it is by nature of the arrangement that he does not ever remember the precise conversation. Either way, he wound up with a mysterious box, and in it, something that changed his life completely. No one knows what happened to this man. At some point in his 40s, which would have been sometime in the 1980s, he vanished from the island. No record of moving, no conversation about taking a trip was ever had. He simply vanished. When his friends went to his cottage, located in a stretch of woods on the eastern end of the island, they found a cottage that seemed like it hadn't been lived in for over a decade. No food. All the kitchen appliances were dated 1950s or older. No gas was hooked up. The electricity wasn't active. No mail in the mailbox. Nothing. Whatever was in the box he'd been gifted allowed the man to live his life on the island without effort. Not just having the financial resources to party without end, but it seems, too, never having to have gone grocery shopping, or upgrade the technology in the house, or even open an account with the utility company. I wonder about this story a lot. Not about the mysteries of the man or the potential contents of the box, but in a universe where nothing is free, I wonder, what did the man give up in exchange for whatever was in the box?